You always have to think about the purpose of a song and then arrange accordingly for club track, intro, outro. For a pop song, keep it short. Hey guys, welcome to the studio. This entire place, as you know, is still fully under construction. I think we're now at the halfway point, half done with it. But at the end of the video, more updates on what actually changed from yesterday and the day before. Today I wanted to go into something a little deeper, and that is the topic of structuring a song. There's like a certain structure you should follow, especially as a beginner, and there are certain things where you can kind of get away by not following the structure. So that's what this entire video will be all about: how to structure your song, how to arrangement, and what all or almost all other songs are using. So let's start with the first song. Since I can't play your songs by other people, let's just dive deep into one of my own songs. That's the first one I recorded with Julia 3 days ago. If you've missed that video, it's down below in the description, where we record an entire day, actually also the second day and third day. It's all about recording and songwriting. And yeah, someone asked a question in one of the Q&As, how to structure a song. So I wanted to cover that in a little bit more detail and start with the really basic stuff. This is also information that is highly important as a DJ. If you don't know how songs are arranged, it's almost impossible to mix them together in a seamless way. This right here is the entire song at the moment, but as I said, let's start with the really basic stuff. As you can see here, up on the top it says 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the beats. So 4 beats make 1 bar, and then usually every 8 bars or 16 or 32 something new happens. So maybe the voice gets introduced, the intro is finished, maybe in club music just a hi-hat is added, maybe it's dropping down to a break, maybe it's changing from chorus to the verse again. So most songs stick to this. Like it's a 4x4 measurement. It's like the most common. I'd say 99% of all songs you hear on the radio are made this way and are following these rules. Maybe sometimes you have a song where at the end of a huge break they maybe add a bar just to have like a little bit more rest before it drops again. But usually you can take any song, count like 1, 2, 3, 4, those are the 4 that make a bar, and then 8 times or 16 times, and there should be a change in the song. With pop music it's highly obvious. So this song right here is quite slow, 80 BPM, it's a more melancholic song, so we kept it really slow, and the drums are simple at the moment at least. We just have here a kick and a clap. So you can see the first block is a kick, the second block also a kick. If you want to make a 4 to the floor house beat, you would add the kicks on top of the beat every single time, but here it's kick, snare, and like a hi-hat on top. That's the first thing people teach you in like a music lesson. And the things where it gets a little more advanced is like the meaning of those sections. You have to understand why they are there, why they are used in that kind of way. And usually a song starts with an intro. This could be just maybe guitar playing, maybe just an effect sound rising, maybe it's the chorus already as an intro. This is a very sneaky way, a very commercial pop way to make sure the listener recognizes the song right from the beginning. Here in this case, and this is really like not at all a finished song, this is like after the first session, where we just make sure to record the vocals. This song starts with the piano chords and the voice with the first verse trying to establish the story. It's not like in a movie that you get like all of the characters introduced and everything because there's not enough time. It's usually a very basic story for these kind of songs. And here we have a girl singing and it starts about her being like heartbroken and things not really working out.
made from bulletproof glass. My heart is strong, but nonetheless, with every time I hurt, every time I hurt, no one sees those fragile parts, the burning wounds that became scars. No one will ever believe, no one will ever believe.
So here, really interesting, the first 4 bars are very quiet and very subtle, and the second 4 is already a little up, like in the voice, a little up in the structure, and like what really makes sure that the listener knows there's another section coming, because after the verse, the pre-chorus is following. There is this repetition at the end to make sure everyone understands, hey, we're getting to the next part.
No one will ever believe, no one will ever believe. I keep coming back for something I lack. I act like a fool, you see me drool, but I don't feel like giving up.
So the pre-chorus is usually where you can have like a turning point, or like leading up. That's actually what it's for, like leading up to the main chorus. And here it depends on your music. In classic pop music, it's really just leading to the chorus, opening up and establishing the chorus, where like the main message, the main catchphrase is happening. Here in our case, this is already happening a little in the pre-chorus, because we're going for a simpler drop that is more instrumental influenced. But also in the story part, it's like herself giving herself comfort, and at the end saying, but I don't feel like giving up. And then the chorus is all about like her not giving up, trying everything.
Feel like giving up, don't feel like giving up. I'm testing my luck, I give it all I got, I give it all I got. Don't feel like giving up, I'm testing my luck, 'cause you're the one I want, yeah, you're the one I want.
And since it's an emotional song, there is not a lot happening, but again here the instrumental isn't established, isn't produced at all. This could still go either way, it's just chords and the voice. But the chorus, yeah, the main message, it's usually also the name of the song, repetitive, hooky, so that the people actually listen to it once or twice and it gets stuck into their head. Here with a more melancholic song, we actually don't have to do that much, it's more about the emotion. And what I really love is when you listen back to the first recording that we did.
Give it all I got, I give it all I got.
It's beautiful, it's good, but the emotion is missing. So we advised her to sing it again and like actually listen for the words and sing them in a way someone would actually say them that is feeling like that.
I give it all I got, I give it all I got. Don't feel like giving up, I'm testing my luck, 'cause you're the one I want, yeah, you're the one I want.
I absolutely love it that it's more dynamic in the emotion and that certain words are more emphasized. The end, again, is a little softer and also transitions then right to the second verse. So far the structure is first verse, first the intro. In this case we still don't have an intro. I might pick something out of the song and put it at the very beginning. But then usually intro, first verse. You can split the verse into 2 if you want to, or into 3. Usually 4 bars long, 8 bars long, 16 bars long. Then the pre-chorus. Some songs don't have a pre-chorus. Pre-chorus also 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 would be already way too long, way too much emphasis onto a pre-chorus. It's really just leading up to the chorus. Chorus, most important part, should be at least 8 bars long, maybe even 16. You could also go for 12 and get away with that. And then it's all about the second verse. The second verse should be very close to the first verse in the style, melody, and the rhythmic part, but maybe continue the story, because so far, like, this girl doesn't feel good, feels shitty, she doesn't want to give up. Then the chorus is all about like trying to make herself not give up and to motivate herself. And then the second verse can continue the story, can make it even worse, can turn it around. But it should carry it further. If it just repeats the first verse from the meaning or the story kind of telling, then it's not a good second verse.
One kiss and you run, leaving me all stunned, wondering what went wrong, what went wrong. Close ain't close when we're apart, give me that thing you call love. Oh, please set me free, please set me free.
So here again, separated into two parts, a quieter, a little more energetic part. At the end, again, the repetition to lead again then to the pre-chorus. I didn't establish it yet here in this project, so it isn't fully arranged, because this was just all about recording. Because from here on out, the pre-chorus repeats, then the chorus again, and then we actually get to the bridge. It's not a necessary part. It's my favorite part, usually in almost all songs, because it's switching to the parallel key usually, and it tells like a different side or questions everything else that happened in the song previously in the story. Or it can be just a nice playground for the producer, for the singer to go wild and do something different that might not even fit to the rest, just to kind of break it off and like show another side. So here in this case we choose to do this.
I'm walking on eggshells, forgetting about myself, nothing is ever enough. No, you see me failing, you got me praying, and no, I'm not giving up, no.
So here, there is a groove that didn't exist in the previous parts of the song with the bass playing this nice groovy thing, her kind of jamming on top of it. Yeah, and I think it's a nice change in the song, making it interesting. And then this leads again to the pre-chorus, then the chorus again, and then some songs have the chorus twice at the end. Usually you want to go for having the chorus at least 3 times in the song. Depends on the chorus, depends how much the chorus is already repeating in itself. And then usually just like a simple quick outro, and you got your classic pop arrangement all done. You always have to think about the purpose of a song and then arrange accordingly. For club track intro outro, for a pop song, keep it short, especially if it's something that should be played on the radio. Radio stations love songs that are short so they can play more, charge more, entertain more people, and do a whole lot of bullshit. I don't even want to get into it because some of them are really like criminal, at least in Germany, because they're not allowed to play for pay, but they do in an indirect way. But that's maybe something for another video. Let me know if you're interested in that or something else. For me, it's now time to just work on the song that I showed you. Think about how to establish it, how to make it my song, because at the moment it's just like the backbone of the song, the writing and the melodies of the vocals and the vocal itself, and it's all about finding the right instruments to get it into the right direction and give it my personal touch.
Don't get too close. Make it X-Man. One night like this is all I ever need to keep them crying.